This is no Stravini. I have a lost weekend of boxing that was saved by a certain Japanese monster, the Godzilla of Tokyo, uh, and his American accomplice. But in the last weekend, we had one of the extravagant events um, with terrible results. We had basically some of the prime fighters out of America, big names, like I don't remember his name. I'm so scarred by their lack of performance. Um, Orion Garcia, the glamour boy of the boxing world, who has, I believe, psychological and chemical problems, if you know what I mean. The kid was smoking pot and doing the wild thing, and it showed when he went up against a sturdy little guy called Roland. I think his name is Roland. That the fight was so bad. Basically, uh, Ryan lost a bad decision. He got floored and he went into a shell afterwards. Didn't do nothing. Now, but at least the upset was this kid, this little midget little bastard, has been losing lately and had never been really beating the top guy. Well, he has now, the toppest guy. Although I do think Garcia was damaged goods. Now, they then another damaged good is when Garcia had won over Haney. Haney has become a shell of his once fine self. He ran away from a guy who seemed to be stuck in the mud. He was one step ahead. And when I say one step ahead, I mean he could run out of the goddamn ring. Now, then there was Lopez against Junior, but what's his name? I don't even know. He's going to be forgotten. A sparring session. That was the best fight of the night. A sparring session. And this was in Times Square, an event, a cosmic event of boxing. It hasn't been done like that ever. Sad, sad. Then, to top it off in England, merry old England, there was a catastrophe there. They had no, not merry old England. I'm so scarred mentally, I can't even think about it. Um, what was his name? Uh, the Mexican, the red-headed Mexican. He was fighting this reluctant South African fighter. Now, normally South African fighters, not South African fighter, Cuban fighter, fighting out of Germany. Now he comes, and they're usually good fighters. They're usually crazy good fighters. But this guy was running so fast away from the red-headed Mexican. It was Cinco de Stinko, and then the other fights they had were okay, some not so okay. But the weekend was saved. The weekend was saved by the monster. Yes, the monster who fought a ferocious fight against one of the better fighters of today. Now I'm going to look at my notes. I know I'm not supposed to. I should tape these all here. So I'm looking at you. I'm looking at me. I love me so much. Okay, here we go. Robin Panino, 15,000 with 10 KOs. The Fabian Andreas Medina, 24-3-0 with 18 KOs. The Rowan was like Rodin, a Japanese monster in his own right. He beat him pretty good. And Rafael, and his name is El Repo. He'll repo you up. And the other guy, Davian, is TNT. It's a built-in punch. But ultimately, Rohan Paramino was too much. Too young, too hard-hitting. Then you had Kid Edward Vasquez. Well, this guy's 30. I don't know why he's called the kid. Oh, he's going to be 87, still be the same kid. He was held El Dinero Rafael Espinoza, 2600 with 22 KOs. Now, let me tell you something. Freaking nature, man. Tommy Hearns says of Tommy Hearns, this is a featherweight who's 6'1". That's a skinny guy, but he has devastating power, good boxing ability, and he's a ferocious, aggressive fighter. Likes to fight on the inside, which is crazy given his height, but he's a crazy Mexican. a mad Mexican, if you will. Now, the monster, Neola around 29-0 with 26 big KOs, was fighting Danmito, Rowan Caballero. I predicted that this was going to be a tough fight, for the Mexican mafia, that he might have dynamite in his hands and take the big guy down. Well, it went back and forth, with the monster getting the best of it, but the other guy was competitive. It was one of the greatest fights I had seen in a long time. Okay, that was the last weekend. Now, make this short and sweet. I could go on and on. I'm going to tell you about the coming weekend, which should be glorious. No big names, but big fighters. I feel, feeling well known guns. Okay, here we go. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. I love you to the end. Goodbye for now. And